Welcome back into the Kramer Show, and now joining me is Matt Papineau, who's the cornerback now for the Denver Nightwings. Matt, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm glad you are a part of the Denver Nightwings. I'm also glad you were able to join me because you had your first contracted game as you were a non-contract at first, and now you're a contracted player. So, before we get to more of what happened in that game, how did you find this league?
So I'm a really big sports family. We watch football every Sunday, and then one day I just came upstairs. My father was actually watching a game, and I was kind of intrigued. I was like, "Well, what are you watching?" And he's like, "Oh, it's this new like simulated football thing." So I sat down. We watched a few quarters. We thought it was funny. We laughed, and we ended up watching a few more games. And it's just been a thing ever since. And he told me about the Discord, so I obviously joined up right away, and here I am now.
Yeah, you said that you watched it with your father. He's on the Atlanta Swarm. Am I correct with that?
He is, yeah, Moose Papino.
Yeah, Moose Papineau. That's perfect. Wish we could get him on Denver, but I mean, hey, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's all right. I'm happy you got somewhere. I'm happy you landed a spot. So,
That's always good. So, when you first joined this, what did you expect wise, like from yourself?
to be honest, out of myself, I wasn't really sure. I didn't know like how my player would act. I didn't know what was going on. I was just happy to join the Discord. Everybody welcomed me with open arms. There was not a single time where I was lost and somebody wasn't there to help me. So it was pretty sweet. Seeing my player on the field for the first time was pretty cool. My first game was a cornerback. We had a little show to put on, but it was a tough loss. Other than that, I mean, it's fun to be here, to be honest.
It was a heartbreaking loss, if you say the
Yeah,
least.
it was, but it's all right. It's still fun.
So you reached out to me about the social media stuff,
Yes.
and so you went from that was 1 week. The next week after that, you were a non-contracted wide receiver for Denver. Then you go from being a non-contract to a contracted cornerback for Denver. This all happened in pretty much like a 3 week span. So, did you think this process would happen like this, or you were just like happy for anything to happen?
No, I didn't think it was going to go this fast, too. So I was just peeking around the Discord and I saw that you put out in one of the channels that you needed a content creator. And that's right up my alley. I do more stuff on the side from this. And so I was like, oh, that's an opportunity for me. I'm going to hop right on that. And then you guys were so cool. Everybody helped me out. I liked button heads with you guys of ideas, like bouncing ideas off of you guys. And then you asked me about if I wanted to become a player and stuff too, if I was interested. And that was my main goal. So I obviously hopped right on that. And to do both is pretty sweet. And then to get contracted right into a cornerback spot is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we were actually shocked of how quick it went. Because the good thing that the SFL minor league system going with all that new paying and whatnot, it was gonna be. I mean, this was like a little behind the scenes thing. It was going to take you about till week 7 before we could actually sign you. So we were happy to sign you when we actually did because you filled a void and you filled it properly because you had your first ever interception coming on your first ever cornerback game. So when you first saw this, seen the highlights and whatnot. What was it like for you?
Oh, it was friggin' awesome, man. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked that my hands got on the ball. I jumped right in front of it and I was able to snag it, turn it over. Yeah, honestly, I was just shocked. I didn't think I was going to be able to make a giant play like that, and it ended up happening. So, felt good.
Yeah, it seemed like you were all over the place coming in for your first game. I mean, sadly, Denver only put up 7 points, but I mean, it's okay. They're 1-3 right now. So, what are your thoughts coming on? I mean, you can say whatever you want. I don't care. I know I'm the general manager for the Denver Nightwings. Say whatever you want. What are your thoughts for the rest of this remainder of the season?
No, I think going forward, I hope that we can just keep a strong backfield for the defense. Really hold it down in the secondary. Jared McChesney has been running the hell out of the ball, so hopefully he keeps going with that. I just really like to see us start driving downfield on offense and really just hold it on defense so we can keep it going this year.
So, what do you prefer more, wide receiver or cornerback?
Man, I thought I was gonna say wide receiver when this all happened. I was like, oh, I liked playing wide receiver. I played wide receiver a little bit in high school, but I think cornerback is gonna be sweet. I'm pumped to be on defense. I like seeing myself out there on almost every play, and I get the chance to make an impact. Every play pretty much.
Yeah, amen to that. Hey, Matt, thanks for taking time out of your day and joining me on the Kramer Show, man.
Nah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So that's Matt Papineau, the cornerback for the Denver Nightwings. But we'll be right back. We have more, though, so stay tuned right here on the Kramer Show.